Hey everybody, welcome to 3.2 Law of Cosines. The Law of Cosines came about because Law of Sines doesn't work in every case. It works for if you have two angles on one side, as long as they're kind of opposites, and it works really well. But what happens if you don't have angle side angle, angle angle side, or side side angle? Does side 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 or side angle side work? That's what a lot of people tried to figure out, and some of them were successful at it, and they decided to use the Law of Cosines. So what I did was I actually copied this straight from the book. I put it down here as a reference. It is on page 271, so make sure you get that into your notes. So let's do this example. We've got find the three angles of the triangle. We have A, the length is 8, the length is 7 for B, and the length is 5 for C. What we're going to do is we're going to find the measure of the obtuse angle first, or the largest angle first. So our largest angle is opposite the longest side. So we're going to find the measure of angle A. So let's go look here and say cosine A. Now these letters are just arbitrary, but it kind of helps you figure out where all this stuff is going to go and where it comes from. So we're going to say that cosine of capital A is going to equal, and let me get this thing out of the way so we can see it. It's going to equal B squared. So B squared is going to be 7 squared. I'm just going to write it as 49 right now. 49 plus C squared, which is 5. So it's 5 squared is going to be 25. And then it's minus A squared, minus 100, all over 2 times B times C. 2 times 7 times 5. If we can do that all at one time, 5 times 7 is 35, times 2 is 70. So we got that all over 70. Now those are all numbers. We can just simplify, and let's do that. So I don't make any mistakes, let's just use our calculator. Of course this one works. So we have 49 plus 25 equals that, minus 100 is going to equal that. Negative 26 over 70. So we can say that, let's just use the same colors here, cosine A equals negative 26 over 70. Now are you going to get a negative answer? That's okay. Why? Because you know your angle is going to be what it looks to be, bigger than 90. So if you think about where cosine degrees is more than 90, it's a negative number because it's in the second quadrant. So not a big deal. We're kind of in the right ballpark here. So negative 26 divided by 70, I divide that by 70, and we get negative 0.37. So we can say cosine A equals negative 0.37, I'm not going to write them all in. And then I'm going to find the inverse cosine of that. Right? So how do we do inverse cosine? Inverse cosine is 111.80. So we can say A is going to be about 111.80. All right, so then what we will do is let's put it right in here in our triangle, 111.80. Now from here, could we use the law of cosines to continue to find the other two angles? Sure. Could you also use this law of sines at this point? Absolutely. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do, because I can use the law of sines and I find them to be easier. It's a lot easier than putting in all the right stuff and trying to figure it out. I know the law of sines. I know I'm comfortable with it. So I'm going to say that that is going to be, let's find B. All right, so I'm going to say 10 over sine 111.80 is going to equal 7 over sine B. Cross multiply, do all the stuff, and we should get sine B is going to equal 7 sine 111.8 all over 10. Right? So let's go back and get our calculator and figure that out. I'm going to clear that out. Let's do it just to make sure. 7 times 111.8, and that's going to be sine, equals 6.49. I'm going to divide that by 10.6, which is good. I should get an answer less than 1. So I can say sine B is about 0.65, and then I'm going to find the inverse sign to figure out what B equals. Inverse sign, and I get B is about 40.54. So we might as well just go ahead and put that in for B, 40.54. 40.54. From here, because I know two angles of a triangle, I can find the third one without using any sort of fancy dancy signs or anything else like that. Let's just do 180 minus 111.8 minus 40.54. And we get 27.66. So there is C, 27.66 degrees. So that is one use of the law of cosines. Here is your assignment. It is find the three missing angles. A is 8 feet, B is 19 feet, and C is 14 feet. Good luck.